Welcome to a very special episode of Poppin' with Mio. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be taking this outside. Specifically, here. But this story actually begins about a week ago. To set the scene, it was an unusually warm winter day just outside Washington, D.C., and we made a bonfire. I decided to mix things up, and I brought over Jiffy Pop. Now, I've never made Jiffy Pop, and I didn't see the directions were on the back before throwing them in the fire, but I figured how hard could it be? So I placed it on the fire, and things looked to be going pretty well. The bag inflated, but I was not expecting these results. Take a look. Now, I've seen a lot of burnt popcorn, but this is the worst batch of popcorn I have ever witnessed. And it wasn't just once. We did this a few times, and every time, we just did not get good results. After a bit of investigating, we did find the directions on the back, and had moderate success. Now, I'm sure a lot of you already know that the key to Jiffy Pop is just to shake the container. But I didn't know that, and even when I did find out, I don't think the popcorn turned out as well as I expected. So, I went into the woods to find out what is the best way to pop popcorn in the wild. So before we get started, I want to show you a campfire popcorn popper. So this is actually meant for what we're doing. It's just a metal container with holes for venting steam, and there's a stick so you can hold it over the fire comfortably. But I found that the stick actually registers perfectly with a Jiffy Pop handle. So that's going to give me a nice extension so I can keep my hands from burning. First step, let's get this fire going. It was a beautiful night for a fire, and as soon as the fire was big enough that I didn't have to worry about maintaining it, I put the popcorn on. I put it pretty high and started shaking almost immediately. That seems to be the key here, is you want indirect heat and a lot of shaking action. After just a few minutes, the foil begins to rise, and you're off to the races. When the foil stops expanding and the popping slows, it's time to remove it from the heat. You'll want to vent the steam as quickly as possible, and if you have a bowl to dump the popcorn into, that's even better. Now, I was satisfied with this batch, but it's not high-quality popcorn, and it's pretty unhealthy, so it's not without its downsides. And there were some casualties along the way, but it's definitely a fun way to pop popcorn out in the wild. The animals on the farm I slept on seemed to take a lot of interest in what I was doing out there, so when the sun rose, I decided to share some of my bounty with the locals.
When I'm looking for some pain, for some pain. Oh, and oh, they like my neck. They get it tired of being their road. On telling me to sing, but it's a little tight across my throat.